Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22, continuing our Swiss map here. And I was sitting here watching this guy go back and forth. One thing, I'm kind of glad I got this anyway, because it is quite a bit faster. It goes 11 miles per hour, whereas the cultivator only goes 9. It's not a ton faster than that, but it is faster, you know, in general, so that's not bad. One thing I am going to go ahead and do, though, I was sitting here thinking about it. I was like looking at it. You know what? We're going to do everything we can to make sure that we either have only small stones that we can roll under or no stones. And in either of those cases, whether stones are turned on or not is irrelevant because we're going to be rolling anyway to increase the yield. So we're going to mitigate all impact of stones whatsoever just with everything we're doing anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn off stones. It's annoying that that one field, it started getting some large stones over there. And really the only thing this really impacts is when we buy another field that's not ours, it might normally start with a whole bunch of stones, but it's just, we're going to mitigate it anyway. We're going to use the equipment that wouldn't have stones or would only have small stones, and then we're going to roll under anyway. So it's kind of really irrelevant whether we have that turned on or not. Not sure where we're getting large stones over there. If you guys know, there's something I'm just missing, please let me know. But felt like we had everything set up properly to only have small stones. Almost done with this field. I guess I'll take over for you. I'm not a huge fan of this harvester, if I forgot to be perfectly honest. I think I want a bigger harvester at some point. I mean, we only leased this one. The only reason we even got this one is because we own the header already. Saved us a little bit of money. But there are just other, just generally better. I mean, to be fair, it's big enough for the fields we have. So it's not that big of a deal. It's just if we decide to get bigger fields, maybe that's the trigger point. If we get a bigger field, I'll get a bigger harvester, but for now, maybe we'll stick with this one just for a little bit longer. I mean, it's a perfectly fine harvester in general. It's good for small fields. I mean, that's exactly what it's for, I would imagine. I should be able to get this trailer full and then, or this harvester full load, and then one more after that. Come back here. Hit the right button. That tree's gonna be in the way, isn't it? Who put that tree there? Probably need a couple passes here. Get a big enough swath, or a big enough path, I should say, to turn around. Alright, that should be fine. Let's go. It's interesting there's still rocks over here. They're just... I've got it turned off, but they're still visible. Oh, helps if I pay attention to where I'm going. I was kind of looking at the rocks just thinking about something and not really paying attention to where I was driving. This trailer's almost full, isn't it? Getting pretty close. Thankfully, the drop-off is extremely close. Yep, there we go. Hopefully that other guy gets done soon so we can go drop off that crop and come back and pick up the rest. Although we might be able to fit the rest of this in the harvester. It's kind of hard to tell. I think we will. New contracts or anything come up? And we haven't been really going that fast. I could probably go up a little bit faster. We got time here. Just cruising along here. Alright, the other guy's almost done. We'll get him to drop off the oats and then probably pick up a... Well, not yet. We'll have to pick up a cedar eventually, though. Well, I say a cedar. A weeder! So that we can that taken care of. I guess there's no reason to do oilseed radish for grass, right? Like there would be no... I can't think of a benefit, would there? Like, the grass grows so fast, I don't think you gain anything by spinning a cycle on oilseed radish first. But I do like, speaking of oilseed radish, in case you haven't been watching all the series, I started doing oilseed radish on my tribute series, and I kind of like it. I think we're going to keep doing it. It saves us some hassle on some fertilization, stuff like that. It's all in all, it's about the same amount of work. I think it might be a little bit cheaper. It's hard to tell, but I don't know. It just seemed like a cool idea, different thing to do. Only for fields that we're actually going to be using. Like if we're doing the grass rotation, we probably won't do oilseed radish. But if we are just going from one crop right into the next one, but there's a gap in the middle, then that's when you get a good time to do some oilseed radish. All right, I'll get the worker to help you because you are done. Drop this off over here. We should be done with it, but just in case. $18,500 oats. We're gonna have quite a few oats over here. Oh, I went the wrong way. I was looking at the exclamation mark and I thought it was literally right over there by the other spot, but I got my map turned around. Shouldn't need a whole lot. What percentage are we at right now? 84%. Yeah, this should not need much. Focusing, concentrating on the numbers. There we go. I was like, when's it going to stop? We didn't get as much as I thought we were going to get left over, but it'll still count. It'll add up. Now we take this to the other spot that I was going to originally. Hey, what, about 6,000 liters? That's about 4,000 bucks, maybe? Maybe almost 5,000 bucks. It's not terrible. Helps if I actually drive straight, doesn't it? Alrighty, well that's the oats. We gotta reseed our field and then roll it. Anything else we gotta do after that? I guess we gotta do some fertilization. So we got a few things left to do. Drop this trailer back off over at our farm. Alright, there we go. And grab our thingy-majigger. What am I looking for? I'm gonna say something new popped up in the new stuff. Just a flatbed. Alright, we need to grab a weeder. We're gonna grab this weeder right here. We are going to lease you. Although we are running low on money. How much seed do we have over here? Hmm, 212 liters. Not a ton. Don't think that's quite enough to do both of these fields. Let's probably grab a bag of seed over there, fill it up, and then we'll just use this to fill up, you know, partway through if we need to. The seeder's great, but it does not do fertilizing at the same time, so we'll have to deal with that. Some seed right there, isn't it? 20 liters of seeds. Yeah, I don't think that's going to cut it. Alright, let's get us some more seeds. This thing's, you know, relatively nice and wide. And we definitely want grass. I forgot we could do canola with this too. What? What? Turn on weeder. I'm like, are you gonna figure it out, my friend? Is he seeding? He's seeding, okay. Guess we had to turn it on manually to get the worker to roll. Man, I hate that you can't even see this at all. But it is in fact seeding, right? Let's just double check. We are getting needs rolling. It's no longer stubble tillage. And it is grass. Okay, so everything looks good. Alright, we're going to go put a skip in there. We'll be right back once he gets a little bit further along. And we'll get ready for the fertilizing and stuff like that. So we'll be right back in just a moment. Alright, I decided I'd be far too annoyed that even with the stones turned off, you could still see them. So I went ahead and just went and grabbed it. It's dumb. It's a complete waste. But it would annoy me to see these all over the place. They just look tacky. So I'm going to go get it picked up real quick. And we'll just have to do this little width here. And then we'll just never use that cultivator again. So should not be a problem. We haven't seeded yet, so I don't think that's messing anything up. Let's check here. It's just putting it back to a cultivated state, but I don't think that's messing anything up. We'll add these to our little pile over in the underneath the tree over there, our memorial that we're building up. But hopefully this is the last time we have to do stone. Well, I say the last time. If we buy a new field, if I decide to leave them on, we'll probably have to do stones then. And truth be told, I was probably thinking about turning stones back on just to clean up that field when we bought a new one. But nah, we'll just leave it on for now. And we'll just, like I said, once we clean this up, we should never have to do anything else anymore anyway. In theory. Until something else starts giving us stones at a weird time. Should only be like a couple more passes here and we'll be done with this. Oh, what is next on our priority list? I mean, like, we have a little bit of money. We don't have a ton of money, but we have a little bit of money. I would like to get more cows at some point. That is definitely a goal. But we need like 250,000 plus. Not even counting the cows, like 244, something like that, just to get the cow pen. Unless I went with a cheaper cow pen, which, yeah, I don't really want to mess with that. So, I mean, we're a long ways away. We're a long ways away from being able to get any more cows at this point. I mean, one thing we could do, I didn't think about this. Sorry, I keep looking at the wrong thing. Is we've got what? 30 cows. We can have 15 more in our current cow pen. I mean, we're about to reproduce a couple. We'll bid a few more. I don't know. I mean, maybe I just save the money for now. We'll figure it out later. Oh, of course you're not going to pick up that one right on the line. Let's do one more pass. I like the sound of the rocks getting flung into this thing. I did go ahead and return a couple of pieces of equipment. I returned the what was it? Disc harrow thingy. I returned the harvester. We didn't need that anymore. I returned the baler. We didn't need that right now. I'm holding on to a couple of these other things that we're releasing at the moment because we will use these pretty regularly. The weeder will go back. No, because we use the disc harrow, we're expecting to have weeds. We'll hold on to the weeder for one more month to see if we get weeds next month. The fertilizer spreader will go back. The sprayer front thingy, I'm not sure. I own the back part. I just don't own the front part. Right? No. Oh, it's just in the same category. I was like, wait a minute, where's the other part? Oh, I'll be all right. All right, I think that's all the rocks. Let's just double check. No more rocks. No more rocks. Okay. So you go away. Let's drop this off over here. Add to our pile. All right. You can go away, my friend. Thank you for your services. Way more expensive than it was worth, but hey, my happiness is just worth a decent amount of money. Okay, let's go grab the seeder, finish seeding. Of course, that looks all nice and seeded. I mean, it's all counting, right? It's all counting as seeded and rolling, knees rolling, all that stuff. So I need a difference in the... So we're at 53% knees rolling. Yeah, okay, it's the same. I was just making sure it's the same. Even though visually it looks different. I just wanted to double check that it is in fact the same. Alright, we're going to let that guy finish up what he is doing. I will be selling back this cultivator because obviously for whatever reason it's not either not working or I'm misunderstanding something. Probably the latter, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was the former. But other than that, we got to roll, got to fertilize. That's it, I think. And for fertilizing, we should be able to use, I think we can use some of this. We'll definitely use some of it. We might grab, do we want to grab a slurry thing? Is that going to be way too expensive? The money that we would save on being able to use the slurry, or being able to not have to pay for fertilizer, we end up spending on the slurry, don't we? Does this thing spread? Spray? This thing is just transport, right? Yeah, these just hold. I don't think any of these have a way to... actually, this one might spread. I think this one does like this weird swishing motion, right? Whereas some of them actually like have little spouts that come down into the ground and kind of almost like they not really fertilize, but like, I mean, it is fertilizing, but like they squirt it into the ground directly. I think this one just sprays it down to it like back and forth. And this one wouldn't be that much to rent. Actually, for $1,500, $1,100, whatever, it's not that much. That actually would probably be worth it because we do have quite a bit of slurry sitting around doing nothing. And we need to get it emptied out anyway, or else we're just gonna be wasting it. And that would save us some money on having to buy fertilizer. So that might be a good idea. We'll try that. Watch me end up having to buy fertilizer anyway. All right, we're going to cut in there. When we come back, fertilizing, rolling, and waiting, fast forwarding, continuing on with our lives as we wait for prices to go up and things like that. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.